How's it going, everyone? Welcome to my YouTube channel. For those of you who are new, I'm TJ Speaks. Thank you for tuning in, and to the returning viewers, welcome back, and thanks for tuning in yet again. The video that we're going to be discussing today, I got sent this video earlier this week and was asked to comment on it as it had gone viral on social media, and here we are. So as soon as I opened the video and watched the first 20 seconds, I immediately knew why it had gone viral. Not because it's controversial or anything like that. Honestly, I don't think the video needed to go viral or should have gone viral because there's really nothing controversial about it. You'll see what I mean for yourselves just now. The premise of the video, it's basically a woman by the name of Ali is being interviewed by her friend in a car about how she got married to her husband and thus became a housewife. That's it. That's what went viral. Yep, that's what went viral. It's a short video. It's about 80 seconds long, but the discussion on it has been ongoing all week. From what I've checked online on various social media platforms, she has received a lot of hate for this video. A lot of hate, but it doesn't make sense to me why she's receiving this hate. We'll get into it. I like the video enough that I decided it'll make for good content, so here I am. Let's get into it.
Okay, Ali, show me your ring.
Oh, here.
Now, tell me what you do for a living.
Oh, I love my husband.
And how did you get that awesome job?
Well, I became a better human being, and I became feminine and also shocking, submissive. So that was the secret.
This part got a lot of people debating online. As I said earlier, I knew this would cause controversy because it doesn't align with the common narrative that gets spread through the media of ladies being strong and independent and not relying on a man for anything. There are many talk shows nowadays, such as The View, The Real, many female entrepreneurs, female influencers, and they're always promoting the lifestyle of do everything by yourself, you don't need anyone to help you. So they're promoting the lifestyle. So hearing a woman that goes completely against what the masses are saying, it was bound to ruffle a few feathers. Her job, as she said, is loving her husband. She's a housewife who takes care of the home, the children, and relies on her husband to take care of the finances. Already, that's when, literally, if you check online with the comments and everything, that they went after her for that. She says she got the job by being a better person, feminine and being submissive. Now you see that word, submissive, tends to be misinterpreted as something negative when it's brought up in any context, but even more so when it comes to relationships and marriages. However, in reality, it's simply trusting your partner's vision for the family and following them to help achieve those goals that benefits everyone in the family. In the case of the lady in the video who goes by realfemsapien on YouTube, and her real name is Ali, she is saying she trusts and loves her husband to the point she is willing to follow his lead on major decisions that impact the family, such as where they live, the schools the children go to, the family goals for the year, etc. It is no different than when we are at work and we trust the vision of our bosses to lead the company forward. You listen to your bosses because they're leading the company forward. There's only one CEO in a company, and they're responsible for the direction of the company. They control everything. They control the direction, you follow. In this case, her husband is the CEO. If you don't trust your husband to lead the family, why did you marry him?
But what are your tips to women that want to be a housewife?
To embrace it. It's an actual job. You just can't get it in the public or private sector. Like you need a man to hire you for it, but that's okay. Because if you think about it, you submit to your boss who makes you clean stupid shelves at your retail job, right? Like, wouldn't it be better if you were cleaning your own shelves at home? You know what I mean? And your boss wants to sleep with you in a good way. In a good way.
And
she makes good points here. Most people don't like their jobs. That's just a matter of fact. You can look up the numbers. I think I'm going to be putting up some of the stats on screen right now. It's simply a means to an end for most people. You got bills to pay and money to save to fund your dreams that you actually want to do. So you do whatever is necessary to make it happen. Being a housewife is not an easy job. I think that's also the misconception that a lot of people have. Being a housewife is not easy. First of all, just in general, in today's world, if you can even afford to be a housewife, that's a blessing in itself. It is more expensive than ever, with rising fuel, food, and living costs, while salaries have stagnated. If your husband earns enough money that you can have the luxury of choosing to stay at home or go to work, count your blessings, because most people have to work in order to afford their lives without no choice. Now, if you are lucky enough to be a housewife, that's a full-time job, especially if you have children or multiple children. Where your husband is out, when your husband is out working and bringing in finances, your role is to make sure the entire family is operating at full capacity. He plays his role, you play your role, the kids play theirs, and together the family unit is strong. Each part needs each other to succeed. What that would look like in practice: basically making sure that the children wake up on time for school, are bathed and fed, cooking food for the family, whether that's breakfast, lunch, dinner, or whether that's breakfast and dinner, that's up to you. Doing the laundry, making sure everyone has everything they need for the day ahead, and being responsible for the activities you do together as a family, whether that be movie night, game night, where you go on holiday, what you do for bonding sessions on a daily basis. That's why, as she says, being a housewife is not an easy job. But wouldn't you rather do that than work for some random company or random person you probably don't even like? You're working for your family. And if you ask me personally, I would much rather work for my family than a random company.
Where do you meet these men?
Well, I think women should work for the men that they want to pursue. I know that sounds crazy, but it's really easy. So if you think about it, like, you want a lawyer, right? So then you should be a paralegal. Or if you want a dentist, then you should be a dental hygienist. But these are considered, I guess, high value status professions. But I think that's a really good model that not enough women utilize. Because women will bully the woman who is the secretary that marries the doctor, okay? But who has the last laugh? Like, her in her McMansion with her husband who's high and the babies. Like, that's who has the last laugh. So.
And that's the end of the video. Nothing controversial about it for me personally. But I can see why social media was buzzing. Because it goes against the narrative. And if you go against the narrative and if you are in the small minority, people don't like that. They want you to think like they do. So if you don't think like they do, generally people, they get upset. But instead of engaging in constructive dialogue, they decide to attack. So this goes back to what I was saying in the previous video about life is about decisions and outcomes. If your decisions lead to the outcomes you want, then you're living a successful life. Real Femsapien, or Ali, has chosen to be a housewife and is very happy doing that. Social media, however, got upset that she has chosen to be submissive and chosen for her husband to lead the family and hire her for a full-time job, which is madness to me. That's her choice. How can you tell someone that their decision is wrong if it is their choice? If feminism is truly about freedom of choice, there is no reason to look down upon women who choose to be stay-at-home moms and housewives. You get praise from women for saying you want to start a business or climb the corporate ladder or be an entrepreneur. But those women, they get severe pushback and shame for saying they want to be a housewife when it's their choice. How can you shame someone for their choice? For them, it is more important doing that than having a career. And in terms of success, they're living very successful lives. If Ali, in this case, if Ali is more focused on being a career-driven woman and is excelling at that, then that is a successful life too. It all comes down to outcomes and choices. If your choices are leading to the positive outcomes you want, then you are on the right path. Don't shame people for their choices. It's their life. They live with their decisions. Instead of focusing so much on what they're doing, focus on your decision and your life. The narrative that gets pushed out by the media more often than not is to be independent and not rely on anyone for anything. But that's a narrative I just can't support. We are better together. I know that I am better with my family than I am alone. What's the point of excelling at something if I don't have family and friends to share it with? Nobody is an island. If I can get support from my family and friends in my life, why would I choose to do everything by myself? This whole talking about being independent, I like to be interdependent. There's a big difference than interdependent versus independent. It's a shame that the amount of single people now is higher than it has ever been in human history. And I don't think it's a coincidence that people now are genuinely more depressed, taking pills, and suffer from loneliness than any other period in human history. Ali understands this and knows that her life is better with her husband in it. And I'm sure if you ask her husband, he will say the same about her. He would not trade her for another woman because she adds true value to his life, and vice versa. She is clearly happy in this video. So instead of judging her choice to be a housewife, why don't we celebrate their marriage and wish them all the best in a world full of single and lonely people? That's going to be it for this video. Did you find the video controversial? Are you also confused as to why people had a problem with the video? You can check out her YouTube channel. I'll put the links and stuff in the description below, and then you can see her other content if you want to. But otherwise, thank you once again, everyone, for tuning in. I think the next video is going to be about the famous trial that just ended. I was making this video just before the verdict was given. So once the fallout from the verdict and everything has passed, I'll upload my thoughts on that to the channel soon. So everyone, take care, keep safe. I'll see you in the next video. Cheers.